There are 3 daily habits that made me a millionaire, and the third one's going to shock you because everybody thinks I'm an introvert, but it really helped. Hi, my name is Craig Ballantyne. I'm the host of Early to Rise Radio, and welcome to the show where, again, we're going to go over 3 daily habits that I used to become a millionaire that everyone should use on their quest to get rich. So the first one is having a profit power hour. Now, most people know me from my millionaire morning routine, but the profit hour is a step above it. It's like millionaire morning routine 2.0, because what I want you to do after you've mastered the millionaire morning routine, let's actually back up a second. You master the millionaire morning routine. You get up in the morning and you focus on your number one thing. And we call that GSD on your MIT RGA ASAP. You get stuff done on your most important task of revenue generating activities as soon as possible. And why do we do that in the millionaire morning routine? Because research shows we have the greatest discipline, willpower, and intention early in the morning. And as the day goes on, you lose that discipline and willpower to do the hard things. Plus, everybody brings their emergencies and fires into your life, and you have distractions. And the next thing you know, that thing that you should have done at 9 o'clock in the morning, you pushed off, or maybe you said you'll do it at 2 o'clock, and it's 5 o'clock, and you've been busy all day, full of activity, but no accomplishment. The millionaire morning routine fixes all of that by getting you to get up and focus on your number one activity. The Profit Power Hour now takes it to the next level, focusing specifically on money-making activities, revenue-generating activities. So we have 2 categories. We have money now and money later activities. I gotta admit, I stole this concept from my friend, Ian Stanley, a great copywriter, an amazing comedian, all-around good dude, and he has been a friend of mine for over a decade. And when he spoke about money now and money later activities to my mastermind group, they loved it. So how does that work? What is a money now and a money later activity? A money now activity is sending out an email to your list today that will make money right now. It is sending out a direct message which will get somebody to buy right now. It is doing a sales call right now. Those are money now activities. Money later activities are also known as non-urgent important work. The money now activities are urgent, important. Got to do them right now. They will give you money right now. And most people focus on those things, but they will only get you so far. It's the money later activities which will give you exponential leverage in your business. This is where you're writing a sales letter. This is where you're writing a book. This is where you're putting together a sales presentation that won't be done today, won't be done tomorrow, won't be done next week, might be done in a month from now, 2 months from now, but you're looking into the future. And so is it important? Yes. But is it urgent? No. So it's non-urgent important work and money later. And those are actually the first things that you need to do in the morning. So in your Profit Power Hour, you do 30 minutes minimum of money later activities. Writing sales copy, practicing sales scripts, creating sales scripts, creating funnels, all that sort of stuff, which is not going to make you money now, but later. And then you spend 15 to 30 minutes on money now activities. Writing that email to your list, which should only take you 10 or 15 minutes, and having a call to action in it so you make money now. But Craig, wait a minute. I'm a manager, I'm a leader of a company. None of this applies to me. Actually, not true. So the money later activities are you developing your leadership capabilities. Because the better of a leader you become, the more that you can leverage other people's work and make more money. The money now activities for a leader are preparing for meetings that you have today and preparing for feedback that you can give to people today and solving conflict in your business today. And preparing on that stuff. So every single person, no matter what you do, if you're a copywriter, it's obvious, emails and sales pages. If you're a leader, it's working on those things I just mentioned. If you're a salesperson, it's practicing sales scripts for today, but also writing out new sales scripts for the future, or studying an objection handling course. That's a money later activity. You might not use it today, but you will use it in the future. So having those in your Profit Power Hour will help you get rich. So how did I use those in my life? Well, I started my first business selling fitness information products on the internet. And I would get up in the morning and I'd write an email to my list. That was what I was doing at the start. But when I learned about money later activities, I started writing more sales letters first thing in the morning and writing my books, which allowed me to make a ton of money in the fitness industry and retire from that industry and move into the business coaching when I wrote Perfect Day Formula and then Perfect Week Formula. I wrote those books in the morning, in the slivers of time often, where I only had 15 minutes because I was super busy that day. But that's all I needed to move ahead on my money later activities. So every single day, you have to do those, and that's how you're going to move ahead. The second daily habit was really foundational for the Profit Power Hour, because as I talk about in my books, planning and preparation is key. In fact, if you want to get ahead, if you want to lose weight, if you want to find the love of your life, if you want to get rich, if you want to become a great writer, whatever you want to do, you need better planning and preparation than ever before. Better planning and preparation than ever before. If you ever meet somebody who's finally lost weight after trying 100 times, what was the difference? Well, they did better planning. They planned their meals. They actually did meal planning on Sunday. They did all their shopping. They planned out their workouts better. They planned the recovery better. They planned for all the obstacles and objections that were going to come into their life. Now, they were only able to do that planning and preparation because of all the times they failed, but it was when they finally had that highest level of planning and preparation, they had success. So we need to make sure that every single day in the afternoon, you are planning and preparing for your profit hour. You are identifying the money later and money now activities that you're going to do when you get up at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning and go to work in your millionaire morning routine. You have to plan the day before. If you're doing your to-do list in the morning, you're already too late. You're using the time of day when you have the greatest discipline, willpower, and intention, and creativity to figure out what you're going to do. And that's a lost cause. So planning and preparation in the afternoon, we do 3 steps. We do a brain dump. We get all the things out of our head, all the errands we have to run, all the things we want to do tomorrow, and all the major projects. And we put them down on paper and we go, oh, man. Now, first of all, we sleep better because all that stuff is out of our head. But second of all, now we can go to the next step, which is a priority to-do list. We have 18 things on the paper, but only one of them can be number 1 for the next day. So we do that. And then we do a bit of process planning. And what this means is we make the path to success easier and smoother. We grease the groove. So if you have to practice your sales presentation in the morning, you want to make sure that where you're going to do it is clutter-free, that you have access to your sales presentation so that you're not tempted when you get up in the morning, you're like, oh, I don't know where my sales presentation is. I'm going to open my phone, and the next thing you know, you're distracted. Well, that's because you didn't grease the groove the day before and get your workplace set up. If you're a copywriter, you do a couple of bullet points for what you want to write about the next day. Same if you're a book author. Instead of having blank chapter 2 to write in the morning, you're going to get writer's block. But if you put 5 bullet points in there, you're going to crush that work because you greased the groove. So planning and preparation is the second daily habit that I use to achieve everything in life. That's how I stay fit. That's how I eat well. That's how I create a great relationship with my wife. It's how I make time for my kids and how I run my businesses through better planning and preparation than ever before. And the final daily habit is the one that will surprise you. It's networking. Even though I'm an introverted type of person, by growing my network, I have had the most success in life. In fact, I live by this phrase: the more good people that you know, the easier everything in life will be. When I wanted to meet my wife, I asked good people for introductions, and they introduced me to my wife. When I want to get rich, I ask my friends, my rich friends, for feedback, for ideas, for connections, and they give me those things. And it just opens up doors when you know a lot of people. Now, as an introvert, how the heck did I do it? Well, yeah, I did go to events, and I did have to really struggle and get out of my comfort zone, but I also did introverted networking, which is where I identified people online. I emailed them. I asked them to be on my podcast. I asked to interview them for my newsletter. I asked, how could I help them? As an introvert, I did 3 things. 1, I would email them and interview them for my newsletter, so I didn't even have to talk to them. I also would email them value. I'd figure out how they could improve something. I'd write a script for them. I'd tell them like, hey, here's how you can improve retention in your mastermind. And the third thing I would do is I would send them books in the mail. So none of those things required me to go and schmooze at events, but I use those techniques to grow my network. And now when I help people, I say, who else can I help that you know? And they introduce me to people. I send all of my books for free to a lot of people. I probably send over $1,000 worth of books every single year because I want to start connections. People that I just meet on Instagram. And I say, hey, I'd love to send you my book. It'll really help you and your team. What's your best shipping address? My gift. And I've grown so many relationships and generated a lot of $25,000 coaching clients who read my book and go, I need to spend a day with Craig. And they come and we dial in their life, and the next thing you know, they're making an extra $1 million or $5 or $10 million, all because of the introduction, the networking that I did. And I do that every single day. I make a new connection every single day. I try to aim for 10 new connections per week. I even keep a spreadsheet of all the people I know, how I can help them, where they live. So if I'm ever going there, I can connect with them. If I've introduced them to certain people in my life, all those things, because I'm out there adding value. Because the more good people you know, the easier everything in your life will be. So you put the profit hour into place because you have better planning and preparation, and you know lots of people so you can get feedback and introductions and connections and information to make yourself better. And that virtuous circle of those 3 habits done daily will make you richer and give you a life of freedom that you desire and you deserve. This is Craig Ballantyne, the host of Early to Rise Radio. I would love to hear what you thought about that, and I would love to share with you my introverted networking complete blueprint. So just drop the word networking down below, and I'll send you a longer video that breaks down every single thing that I do to have a huge network that's made me a ton of money and found me the love of my life, even though I'm quote unquote introverted. All right, so just drop networking down below and we'll send that to you.